Welcome everyone, and we're honored to have you here joining us for this last short 20-minute time to learn more about the Highscope preschool curriculum. My name is Shannon Lockhart, and I'm an early childhood applied practice manager with the Highscope Foundation. I've been with the foundation for over 30 years. I joined the team through their master's program, which was a joint program between Oakland University and Highscope. And I've worked with them since then, working both in the research department as well as the early childhood department, developing curriculum, developing child assessment measures, program assessment measures. But my main responsibilities now are to oversee the development of the curriculum and training materials for both the infant toddler as well as the preschool curriculum. And I oversee the training of trainers, which is our adult learning program, where educators become trainers themselves, and our coaching program. So Katie, I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today. My name is Katie Bruckner, and I've been at Highscope for about a dozen years now. I've had the privilege of having both of my sons attend the Highscope demonstration preschool, so I have seen firsthand at how the Highscope curriculum is applied in the classroom and how it can make such a huge difference in the lives of the children and the families that it serves. I think that Highscope has definitely helped me to become a better parent as well. So not only have I had the privilege to work here, but I've been able to apply it to my daily life. So I think with that, we're going to start out with a brief look at the website and a short video.
Yeah, Katie just keeps reminding me that I was one of her child's teachers. So I worked in the Highscope demonstration classroom for many years as a teacher, as well as mentoring with other teachers, and it definitely is a curriculum that I fell in love with and have really truly learned from, and I continue to learn from it. So we are going to start off with looking at the website. We know that you all have been involved in some very intense planning for the past couple days, so we would like to share any information that is going to help you make this important decision for choosing a curriculum. So if you have any questions or any concerns or ideas that you want to bring up, please feel free to either put that in the chat box and Katie will stop me and will take care of those, or please feel free to unmute yourself and share any ideas and ask any questions.
I have a little bit of a...
I'm going to start these videos. We're going to start off with a short video, a little bit about Highscope.
What if every child had the opportunity?
This is actually available on your website. So I'm currently on the Highscope and Texas Proclamation 2021 website. So everything that we're going to be sharing with you in this short little bit of time is all available on your Texas website. Dedicated specifically for you. It starts with a 40-minute video, which really covers who Highscope is, what Highscope does, the major research, the peri-preschool study, and how that relates to the curriculum. It gives a background of an overview of the curriculum, looking at the unique features like the plan, do, review process, which is now really looking and showing to prove strong executive function skills in building for children, as well as looking at adult-child interactions and other features. Then we really dive deeply into looking at each of the resources that are available for teachers in our curriculum. And I'll show you those as an overview just in a couple minutes, but if you want a more in-depth look at it, go ahead and watch this video at your own time. And then there's also a part that talks a little bit about the training that's offered, as well as our assessment measure. So let's take a look at this video first.
Opportunity to realize their full potential. That's been our mission here at Highscope for 50 years. Every day we focus on the variables that affect children's lives and learning and allow them to be their best selves regardless of their circumstances. The conviction that equity is key to closing the gaps in school and life success is at the center of our research and practice. Highscope's revolutionary peri-preschool project has proven that high-quality early education makes a difference in children's lives, and the benefits extend into their adult years. Since then, we've continued to work side by side with early learning programs to examine the link between classroom practice and early childhood outcomes to meet the needs of young children and teachers in today's changing world. What makes Highscope the right choice for your early childhood program? Highscope's research informs local, state, and national policies that address opportunity gaps, support workforce development, and create continuity of early education in the birth through age 8 continuum. Our curricula, child and program assessment tools, and professional learning courses are grounded in that research. All of Highscope's resources are thoughtfully designed to empower educators and ensure optimal child development, growth, and learning. Your children deserve the early childhood education proven to make a positive impact on their success in school and in life. Your children deserve Highscope. Learn how Highscope has been elevating early childhood education for 50 years by visiting highscope.org.
So Highscope pretty much has led the way in terms of early childhood research as well as curriculum, starting with the preschool study. In fact, it helped solidify the Head Start program back in the 60s, which was beginning to be questioned. But because of the research, the preschool study, it actually supported early experiences in high quality programs for young children. And so Head Start has continued to stay in place. So on the website, you'll find some information that is very important for you as you make your decisions. This first document is just a basic quick overview of what's offered for the Highscope curriculum. And then this document goes into more of an in-depth view where it actually offers samples of each of these resources that teachers will be using to implement the curriculum. So again, this is the Essentials, which is our curriculum for the Highscope curriculum. And this book is available both in English as well as Spanish and as an ebook. So that's available for teachers. And our curriculum is not a theme-based or built around scripts, but rather teachers play a main role in planning daily based on children's individual strengths, their interests, and the developmental needs that they see every day in young children. We know also that teachers need lots of resources in terms of helping them be able to plan more properly for children. So the key developmental indicators, these scaffolding charts are scope and sequence for our curriculum. And this helps teachers be able to learn more about where children are developmentally across those earlier, the middle, and the later developing children, and be able to properly plan for them. The next book that is on here is the lesson plans for the first 30 days. And this is a really strong resource for teachers to really begin to implement that curriculum in their classroom. So it really goes through every part of the daily routine, giving them an actual lesson for them to follow for the first 30 days. And then once they're done with that and learning the features and the parts of the daily routine, they can successfully be able to continue planning for that after those 30 days. The daily routine cards are both available in Spanish as well as in English. Those are also developed according to the length of time that you have in your classroom. So those segments that are longer are wider or longer, depending on whether you do the horizontal or the vertical daily routine. And those that have shorter amounts of time are smaller. So that helps children begin to look at time and understand those time differences. The classroom area signs are also available bilingual, so they have both Spanish as well as English available right on them. And the next resource is the 150 plus activities for active learners. And this book features all the domains in the Texas pre-kindergarten guideline, and how it relates to the Highscope curriculum, the key developmental indicators, it links it to them. It also provides those teachers who are seasoned, pretty much can take, they can take an activity, they can look at it, they can adapt it, and they can easily implement it with no problem. But those teachers who need a little bit more help, there's some instructions and some guidelines to help those teachers guide them through those activities so that they can implement them successfully. So we both support teachers who are seasoned teachers as well as those teachers who need a little bit more guidance and help in the classroom. But again, we want teachers to be able to internalize the curriculum. We don't want them to just follow aimless scripts or aimless themes, but we want them to be able to connect what they see happening in the classroom, understand that what children are doing in their development, and being able to build those strong relationships with them and plan for that future. We want them to document what they see happening and be able to connect that to the Texas pre-kindergarten guidelines, or along with using the Highscope key developmental indicators to be able to more purposely plan for their growth and their development.
Shannon, I'm sorry
Yeah.
to stop you, but we have less than 10 minutes left and we need to leave some room for questions.
You need to what?
We need to leave some room for questions.
Sure. Yeah, so I'll go over just a couple more and then we'll open up to, and again, stop me if you have questions about any of the documents as I'm going through them. So let's read it again is a literacy resource for teachers to be able to dig deeper into storytelling with children. The Launching Literacy Toolkit really looks at transition times, it looks at meal times and message board, and allowing teachers to be able to properly plan for those parts of the day. Letter links is really helping children be able to learn the sounds of of their names. And then Big Beats for little peeps or young peeps is really a CD to really help teachers dig into looking at building children's self-regulation and executive function through cultural music. So any questions or ideas or concerns that you want to share, we'd be happy to dig deeper into what you would like. As you look at your planning sheet and you see some questions that you might want to ask us, or you're thinking a little bit more about, I'll talk just a little bit more about our training. We provide training for teachers, both 1 week overviews, two-day overviews, as well as online courses. With COVID now, we are providing more virtual trainings as well. But ultimately, we would want to see teachers go through the preschool curriculum training so that they are fully prepared to be able to implement the curriculum successfully, and that can actually launch them into achieving teacher certification. So once they can implement the curriculum to fidelity, they will be able to apply for teacher certification, and then they will get that, and that will last for 3 years, and then they can actually apply again for another 3 years. We provide ongoing coaching and training to support teachers in their implementation as well through book clubs, again, online courses, and face-to-face training and virtual training. So we know that probably a lot of your teachers are really concerned about implementing yet again another curriculum, but we just want you to know that Highscope, through our training and other avenues, that we really look at teachers' strengths. We really want to build on what they currently are doing and how that relates to the Highscope curriculum, and being able to successfully transition and implement the Highscope curriculum. So through ongoing training and coaching, teachers can easily be able to use the strengths that they have right now and be able to implement the Highscope curriculum. We do have many contracts with districts and regions and purchasing cooperatives around the state of Texas, as well as across the United States and into other countries. Highscope is used both nationally and internationally, both in urban as well as rural areas. So it is culturally appropriate and adaptable and flexible to meet the needs of the cultures and the families and the communities in which they're being served. It is used both with infants and toddlers, as well as preschool, in family child care homes, in home visitors, as well as with Head Start, Early Head Start, public school preschools, infant toddler programs, and family child care programs.
Shannon, I've been monitoring the chat as well, and I've not seen any questions in there. So folks, if you do have any questions, this is definitely the opportunity for you to ask them. We are happy to have you unmute yourself and ask us, or go ahead and pop them in the chat box. I know it's the end of the day after a very long 2 days. So we'll also be leaving the contact information in there for Lisa Realis, who you can contact afterwards if you come up with any questions after today wraps up.
You can also find the alignments with the Texas pre-kindergarten guidelines on the website, the Texas website, and it is aligned both with the core advantage as well as the key developmental indicators. So another feature to help with teachers is we offer free membership. So teachers can actually sign up for a membership, and on that membership, they're able to, they can actually view different video segments that will help them be able to see the curriculum in action. We actually have one featured here that maybe we'll take a couple minutes to look at. We have video segments that cover each of the parts of the daily routine, as well as looking at how teachers plan and identify and scaffold children's learning in the classroom through the key developmental indicators. So that is on the website as well. And you can find teacher resources through activities, as well as articles about the curriculum, and then activities specifically for parents to share with them at home. And all of those are free on our website under the playground. And we currently have new webinars as well, trying to understand how to implement the Highscope curriculum with COVID and during the pandemic. So as we end just a couple minutes, I'll show you just a few minutes of this STEM activity where this teacher is introducing
problem that needs to be solved today. Yes. Can you guys help me find a solution? What do you notice? There's ice. There's ice? And what does it look like might be inside of it? It's sticky. It's kind of sticky. What do you see? People. People. Did you see it, Rosie? Do you see the people in there? So our toys got trapped in the ice. Oh my, so we have to figure out how to get them out. And so to get them out, we have lots of different tools that we're going to try. But anytime we use tools, we need to wear these. Anybody ever used these before? I do. I remember using I never did, but I got some free ones from Menard. You got some free ones from Menard? And so in here, you have eyedroppers, and I have cups of water right there. You might want to use this tool to drip some water on it. And then it will melt. Yeah. Did you know this was a tool? No. Yeah, a spoon is a type of tool. And we have this. A screwdriver. A screwdriver. So see, notice the end of this tool? Yeah, easy twist. And you can twist it. Yeah, so you might use our animals from the ice. So I wonder if you want to try a different tray. I mean, a different tool. If that tool's not working, you might want to try a different one. His ice inside of his cup. Azari's saying if you have a screwdriver, turn it over. You think that might work? He's in the water and he's free. He's almost all extracted.
All right, so it's 4:01 now, and this is the end of our day. I want to thank our host from Highscope. We really appreciate you taking out the time to present your material and to answer all the questions. And we really appreciate all the participants. But you ladies, you have a nice day and a nice rest of the week.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Latrice.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.